And thanks for joining us. You're watching WJCL News at 6 o'clock. I'm Megan Schiller. Violent crimes detectives are investigating after an early morning shooting here in Savannah. Metro police officers say the victim is 16-year-old Malik Davis and that he is not cooperating. They found Davis with injuries on Rogers Street just before 2 o'clock this morning. He is expected to recover, though. He wouldn't tell police where, how, or why he was shot. And he gave pretty conflicting accounts of the night to officers whenever they asked him. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers immediately. And police in Beaufort continue to investigate after a Friday night fatal shooting. The Beaufort County Sheriff conducted the autopsy on 30-year-old Nicholas DeGrosse. He died near the intersection of Wilmington Roads on Friday night. The coroner did not return our phone call saying exactly how DeGrosse died. And 2 car accidents this weekend left one man dead and another in critical condition. The major accident investigation team says 33-year-old Jacob Barcroft died on the scene at 11 o'clock last night when he lost control of his Harley Davidson. This happened in front of Kmart on Montgomery Cross Road. Also, 31-year-old Samuel Coolidge of Sacramento, he wound up in Memorial Hospital on Friday night after a crash on Quaco Road. He lost control of his BMW after he crossed over the I-95 overpass. He hit several trees there in the tree line and ended up flipping his car onto its roof. He was extracted by Southside firefighters, and officers continue to investigate both of these incidents. Well, the family of a man killed in a hit and run in Savannah is speaking out. 72-year-old Peter Meyer was struck and killed, but no driver has come forward yet owning up to doing it. It happened on Abercorn Sunday, and now the family is offering a reward for the driver who hit the 72-year-old. WJCL talked with Meyer's daughter, Deb, who called her dad the heartbeat of their family. Deb says her dad survived Vietnam and he never was even in the hospital. She says now that the family just wants closure and hopes that someone will come forward with information.
Hit somebody with your car and to not stop to see if you can help or do something or take responsibility is just really a brutal act.
Metro Police are still looking for the driver that struck and killed Peter Meyer. Investigators believe it was a white 1999 or 2000 Chevy Silverado, Tahoe, or Suburban. The family is offering a $10,000 reward. Meyer is a Vietnam vet and will be buried at West Point Academy Cemetery. Well, tonight, WJCL News is working for you and digging up the legal consequences of a hit and run. And if you are involved in one, what should you do? WJCL's Ashley Liotta spoke to a lawyer today, and she joins us live with more. Ashley?
Megan, hit and runs are pretty common, and on a dark road like this in the middle of the night, it could be hard to see a pedestrian or a bicyclist. But regardless, if you are the one at fault or the victim, things don't always go how we'd like them to. If you are the victim, the best thing you can do is to call the police. Don't chase after the other driver, but try to get as much information as you can, like the license plate number, make and model of the vehicle, and the color. Another good thing to do is find someone who was a witness and get their contact information. Also, write down the name and location of the accident and take pictures. If you hit a pedestrian as the driver, some people might panic and leave the scene because they don't want to be charged. But if you're driving and following all the rules, it is unlikely you will face harsh criminal penalties.
If a driver of a motor vehicle strikes a pedestrian and kills them, it's not automatically homicide by vehicle. I mean, the law does allow for accidents to happen.
There are, of course, many different reasons someone would leave the scene of an accident, like if the driver is drunk or under the influence of something and doesn't want to get caught. As a victim, the best thing you can do ahead of time is have uninsured drivers coverage for property and bodily harm. Coming up tonight at 10 and 11, find out why you might not be covered for property damages in a hit and run if you live in the state of Georgia. Reporting live in Savannah, Ashley Liotta, WJCL News, working for you.
Well, the Tatumville wall along Duren Avenue didn't stand for long before a driver crashed into it. But today, repairs are being made to that wall. In September of last year, a driver had crashed into it, destroying the freshly paved brick wall. The wall is nearly done now, just missing a couple letters right now. It'll take about another 30 days before an anti-graffiti coat can be applied. And dozens of Hilton Head dogs and cats are heading north to find a new home. The Hilton Head Humane Association is partnering with ASPCA to send 30 pets every month to a different shelter in hopes of finding a lifelong owner. WJCL's Chelsea McDonald is working for you and has more details.
Around 80 dogs and 100 cats spend their days at the Hilton Head Humane Association. Unfortunately, many times those pets wait for months before finding a new home. But thanks to a new program, that wait time is hopefully going to decrease. A man and woman's best friend is a step closer to finding a more permanent home.
We've had animals that have sat here for 1-2 months, and then they'll go to this new facility with a fresh, look, and they'll get adopted the same day.
The association just joined the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Thanks to a private donor, ASPCA will relocate around 30 dogs, puppies, and cats to go up north to find a new friend.
We are thrilled, excited, beyond just, it's the most wonderful thing.
Members of the Humane Association say some breeds that, for some reason, are difficult to adopt in Hilton Head are very easy to place in the Northeast.
Eventually, we run out of people to adopt in this area. I mean, it's a small area, Beaufort County, Jasper County, it's a small area. The population's not that large. So we need to be taking our animals and moving them to other parts of the country where they'll be adopted right away.
Which means the association can take in even more animals from Beaufort and Jasper County shelters.
So we pull the animals in the county shelter that are at risk for euthanasia, put them through our medical program, make sure that they are completely ready to go. Our veterinarians service them and make sure all the records are up to date, and then they go through to these other places for adoption.
So that a dog's cry for a new home will hopefully be answered. Last week, they had a trial run to Washington, D.C., and it went well. This relocation initiative will happen once every month. Reporting in the studio, Chelsea McDonald, WJCL News, working for you.
And WJCL's Samara Theodore, working for you with the weather. You can't, unfortunately, wish we had some dogs here to help us with the weather.
I
That'd
know,
be great.
that would be awesome. We should pitch that.
Yeah, maybe.
You might get kicked out of the news meeting. Let's go ahead and take a look right now at your current maps. 59 degrees in Savannah, not too bad out there. A little cooler further inland, already into the 40s now. I know that last week really put things into perspective. We saw temperatures in the 20s and feel likes in the single digits, so it's finally nice to see things a lot better out there in the 50s in a lot of areas. All right, so here's a look at the Storm Tracker Live radar. Right now, rain is the story in some areas, picking up some drizzles and light rain just along I-95 there, headed towards Savannah and Pooler at that I-95, I-16 corridor. So we'll keep an eye on that, but things will change progressively throughout the night, actually not getting better. We'll start to see a lot more rain. So speaking of tonight, we will have a rain chance increase. Temperatures will be around the 50s, some of us reaching the 40s, mostly cloudy. And in our Storm Tracker weather headlines, we've got a few things to discuss. Of course, we're going to take a look at your Monday day planner, which is showing some rain, scattered showers tonight, and a warm up on the way. That's it for now, though. Megan.
Thanks, Samara. Well, I don't know about you, but a lot of people's favorite part of Super Bowl Sunday is the Puppy Bowl. Get this, 4 Hilton Head puppies are going to be playing in it. Animal Planet hosts the Puppy Bowl during halftime of the Super Bowl every year. And 4 dogs who were sent out to Washington, D.C. are competing. Right now, though, they're on a 24-hour puppy cam to see them practice for the big day. You just have to go to our website, WJCL.com.
Actually, it starts early in the day on Animal Planet. You can watch it all day long if you don't want to watch the football. And they just have different groups of puppies come out and play, older dogs, puppies. They even have a section for kitties where the kitties come out and play.
55 canine competitors will play. That's on Sunday, February 1st at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And coming up after the break, it's really hard to believe that 2 years have come and gone since Kendrick Johnson was found dead in a wrestling mat at a Georgia high school. The mystery surrounding his death still remains. We have new details after the break.